Well, hello and welcome back to another Keep Moving with Emily. I'm Emily, your adaptive fitness trainer, helping you keep moving. Fun fact today, I'm celebrating 19 years of living with multiple sclerosis. So my encouragement to all of you that are joining, know that you can live well with MS. You can still move with MS in a lot of different ways. And so that's what this class is going to help you. We're going to be getting in a full body workout today, have a couple different sets of hand weights, a TheraBand, a chair, some water, and a fan. And we're gonna get in a great workout today. We're gonna first start with this nice warm up that's up on the screen. So whether you're seated or standing, we're just gonna take a couple big breaths in and do the body scan that's up on the screen. This is a great way for us to check in with how we're feeling today. Let that inform us on maybe what kind of equipment we need to help adapt or modify. Plus it's just good to kind of check in with our body. So as you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, we'll start from our head. How are you coming to class today? Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, joyful? It's the holiday season, so sometimes that can be a little overwhelming, but we're gonna take some time to kind of step away from the chaos, check in with your fatigue. How'd you wake up this morning? Are we feeling energized? Are we feeling a little gassed? Luckily, exercise can help improve fatigue and our mood as well. Check in with your cognition. Know that all the workouts are written up on the screen so you can follow along. Good. As we move kind of down our body, just check in with any numbness, tingling, tightness in our muscles, spasticity. Maybe we have balance issues today, vision issues today. Just use those things to kind of help inform you on maybe we should do things needed. Give yourself permission to modify. And lastly, set your intention. Why are you here today? For me, it is an opportunity to move my body today and connect with the MS community. So let's take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead. We're going to be present and move these bodies and show MS who's boss. Good. All right. We're going to roll those shoulders a couple of times, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, couple shoulder rolls. We're going to get a nice dynamic warm up, warming from our head to our toes. Good. Last one here as we breathe in, reach those arms up, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, and a couple shoulder rolls. All right, next move is a nice little arm opener. So if I'm seated, I'm gonna tap my foot to the side. If that doesn't work for you, you can just do arms. It's a great chest opener. If we're standing, you can sidestep while you open up your arms. I always start seated, but then I'll show modifications throughout. Perfect. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Shake out those arms. Moving into skier arms. So I'm going to be reaching those arms up to the ceiling, and then I'm going to exhale, kind of hinge, bring my chest towards my thighs and reach it down. Kind of like you're skiing down a mountain. I don't know about you, but I got snow on the ground, so I love skiing. It's a fun movement. This little full body movement. Inhale, reach, core is engaged. Exhale, reach down, toes those toes. Nice. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, breathe it out and reach down towards those toes. Use that core to sit up nice and tall. Moving on to spinal twist. Reaching across the body. This is so good for our brain because anytime we cross the midline of our body with that opposite arm, it connects to both parts of our brain. So this is good for our brain, our body, our spine, and our core. Good. 2 more on each side. There's 1. And 2. Moving on to those reach overs. I'm just going to lean my forearm on one thigh, reach it up and over. I reach it up and over. This one feels so good in those obliques, in those shoulders. Great way to wake up the body. Good. Reach. And reach. Nice slow and controlled moves here. Let's do 1 more on each side. Here's 1. And 1. Nice. All right, moving on to knee hugs. So I'm going to grab underneath my knee, pull the knee up towards my chest. I'm going to rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe, and then I'm going to release and switch legs. If I've got some spasticity, I can just kind of pull and release a couple of times. That works as well. So we're not holding for too long. Kind of getting a nice hip stretch, ankle rotation, ankle mobility. So good if our hips are really tight if we've been sitting all day. We'll end up doing about 3 or 4 on each side. Good. Let's do 1 more on each side. Pull it up. Rotate that ankle. one. All right. Hamstring scoops. This one's a great one. Full body little exercise here. So I'm going to extend my heel or my foot long, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. Reach it down towards that toe. Scoop those arms up, big circle. So we're getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings as we reach forward, and then the chest as we make that big circle. Good. Again, we'll do about 3, well, like 4 to 5 on each side. This is such a good one. You're getting a nice stretch in that hamstring and in the chest. Last one here. Reach, scoop, and open. Pull that leg in, extend the other leg out. Reach and scoop. Perfect. The point of these dynamic warm-ups is to get our muscles ready, our body prepped for the meat and potatoes of our workout. Good. Last one. Scoop, reach. Awesome. All right, final one on the screen is called a windmill. Extend those arms wide, touching opposite hand to opposite ankle. Again, working the brain and the body. Touching that ankle, shin, however far, and then stay up nice and tall, core is engaged, and we twist. Nice little spinal rotation, some brain action. Good. This is kind of a little bit of a cardio move too, if you were to speed it up, but we're not going to, not yet. Let's do one more on each side. Reach it down, sit it up, last one. Perfect. All right, we're gonna continue on with our warm-up. You're gonna grab your tennis ball, and we are going to move on to our hand-eye coordination portion, which is coming up on the screen right now. All right, we are going for this. I'm gonna move my screen a little bit. All right, y'all ready? So we got some hand-eye coordination stuff going. So we're gonna start with an inhale squeeze, whether you stand or sit. Inhale, squeeze that ball as tight as you can. Exhale, release, and switch hands. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. We're doing some neuromotor exercises here, meaning we're connecting our brain to the rest of our body, working our dexterity, hand-eye coordination. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, release, squeeze. Exhale, release. Nice. Now we're going to move into a pancake, just tossing the ball from right to left. The goal is not to look at the ball. Kind of works our proprioception, but if we need to look at the ball, that's fine. You can add in a twist. Again, you can do this seated or standing, whatever feels comfortable to you. There are a couple moves that I'll probably do seated though. Nice. Let's go for single hand toss. So we always have a dominant hand and then a non-dominant hand. So, keep that in mind. Good. This is a fun exercise to do too, maybe while you're watching TV during commercial breaks. Switch hands. Perfect. Awesome. If you drop your ball, it's just part of your workout to go get it. All right, we're moving on. We're going to go exchange in front, and then we're going to go overhead. So open up those arms nice and wide. Bring the ball in front, squeezing the chest. Open again, and then we're going to come up overhead. I'm going to do a couple of these seated. So in front and up overhead. Holding on nice and tight to that ball each time. Noticing that those arms are starting to feel warm. If we're seated, core is engaged. Check in with your posture. Are we sitting up nice and tall? Are we sitting on the edge of our chair? Good. Squeezing that chest. Squeezing those shoulder blades as you open the arms, then up overhead. Nice. Let's do one more. In front, squeeze, open, up overhead, and down. Whew. Shake out those arms. We're gonna go behind the back, so make sure you're sitting on the edge of your chair if you're seated. We're gonna go behind the back and in front, or if we're standing, just open up that chest nice and big. Good. All right, we're gonna challenge ourselves, go the opposite direction. This one feels really good, especially if we're seated all day, kind of hunched over. This really opens up our chest. Nice big breaths here. We'll go for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, if you're standing, here's your option. I'm gonna do the seated version, but if you're standing, legs are gonna be shoulder width apart. Hold the ball in both hands, and you're just gonna hinge forward like you're stretching the back of your legs. Squeeze in the glutes and stand. That's your standing option. For those of us seated, ankles are together. We're gonna bring that ball underneath those legs, hinge forward, and sit up nice and tall. Under the legs and up. Nice little hinge. Good. Keep it up. We're gonna go for 3 more. 3, 2, Last one here. And one. Nice. For those of us seated, legs are going to come a little bit wider. We're going to go under left, over left, under right, over right. So figure eights, like so. If you're standing, legs are wide. You're going to touch opposite hand to the opposite knee with the ball. And then you're going to switch, kind of doing like a ice skater move. So if you're ready, let's begin. I like doing the seated version. You really feel this in my core. The wider your legs, the bigger the movement it's going to require. Still hanging on nice and tight to that ball each time. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay. We got lateral bends. So you're going to inhale those arms up overhead. Whatever hand the ball is in, you're going to pull that elbow to that hip, reach it up and switch. Good. Reach and switch. Reaching that arm up to the ceiling, getting in a nice stretch. Core work here. 2 more on each side. Pull that elbow down, reach it up, pull and reach. Last one. Perfect. All right. Hopefully you all have a tennis ball. If you have a weighted ball, this will be a little tricky. We're going to do some bounce catches. So again, challenging the brain, challenging our hand-eye coordination, seated or standing. We're just going to bounce catch. If we want to catch with both hands, we can. You can do same hand or bounce catch with opposite hand. We're just going to be here for about 10 seconds. So bounce catch, maybe you bounce catch a couple times with the left and then with the right, or alternate. That's up to you. Again, standing is going to be much more challenging. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully you all still have your ball. Go on ahead and put that down. Grab your weights. We're going to focus on upper body for this first round. So making sure we have maybe a couple different sets of hand weights. If it ever gets too heavy, you can drop them all together and just do body weight. All right? So here we go. Here's the meat and potatoes of our workout. Okay. So today we're really focusing on single side work. So we're going to do a minute of work for each of these exercises, and we'll do about 30 seconds on one side and then we'll switch to 30 seconds on the other. So we've got a single arm curl. So we're working those biceps. So I'm just going to come up with my right, bringing that weight to my shoulder and lower. Whether I do it seated or standing, that's up to you. Halfway through, we'll switch sides and do the left. Then we'll do a press up to the sky, switch hands, and we'll kind of move through all of these moves. And we're going to be doing 2 rounds. So 1 minute of each, twice through. If you're ready, I'm going to turn on my timer. If I can find my remote, and grab your weight. Arm curls, you start in 10 seconds. Sitting up nice and tall, standing up nice and tall, core is engaged, roll those shoulders down and back. We start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So curl that arm up and lower. You can have a hand on your waist. Inhale down, exhale up. Nice, slow and controlled. Good. We're going to be on this right side for 30 seconds. Then we'll do left side for 30 seconds. Really focusing on that upper body. Standing is an exercise, so if you're able to stand, we can always hang on to something. Countertop, walker, chair. All right, let's switch hands. Other side. 30 seconds here. But if I'm seated, I'm just sitting up nice and tall, checking with my posture. Good. Exhale, curl, inhale down. Good work. We'll have about 20 seconds of rest in between exercise so I can demo to you what we're doing. If you forgot, luckily it is up on the screen. Less than 10 seconds to go. Keeping that elbow close to our body. 3, 2, and 1. Quick little rest. Shake out those arms. If we have an affected side, meaning maybe a side that's like a little bit weaker that can't go up all the way, the other option is just to hold the weight with both hands and press it up to the sky and back to your chest. So that's a really great option if we have an affected side. If that is not an issue for you, weights up at our shoulder, and we're gonna press it up to the sky and down. I like to put an arm out or my hand on my waist. If we're standing, press it up. Exhale as we press.
Give it to me.
Good. You can have a wide shoulder press, wrist facing forward. You can also have a military press, wrist facing inside, whatever feels good to you. If the weight gets too heavy, You can either go to that both hands, like single arm press with both arms, or drop the weight altogether. Let's switch hands. 30 seconds here. Nice. Check in with your posture. Core is engaged. Woo! We got this. 10 seconds to go. Perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick rest. I'm going to show you kind of a little trick for our next one for triceps. If you have a TheraBand, a really great way to get in work for our tricep, which is the back of our arm. If you've got your TheraBand, you can hold it on your shoulder with the opposite hand, grab this TheraBand, keeping my elbow tucked in, and I just press down straight down. That's gonna work my triceps. This is a really great option if a kickback doesn't feel good to you. You can always use your TheraBand. So keep that in mind. Decide which version you want. We'll do these all one more time. So if you want to do the weighted kickback for this first minute, you can. Probably what I'll do. I'll do kickbacks for this one, and then I'll do TheraBand the next one. Okay? So here we go. We're gonna get started in 10 seconds. All right. For those of us standing, we can lean against a chair, pull that elbow up high, and we're gonna kick it straight back like so. If we're seated, we're bent over, elbows up high, and we kick it straight back. Let's begin. Elbows high, and I'm just squeezing that weight back behind, pushing it like I'm pushing it into the wall. Elbow stays high and close to our body. Good job, keep going. That standing option, maybe I'm leaning. Or if you got that TheraBand, you're pulling that weight straight down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. So now, keep going. Gonna pull that weight up and kick it straight back. Tricep kickbacks. Nice. If I'm seated, I'm just hinged forward. Extend that weight straight back. Or you're using that TheraBand. I'll show that option next round. Nice job. Ooh, this weight's heavy. We're doing great. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, shake out those arms. We have rows next. So same kind of position. I'm hinged over, weights down kind of by my side. This time I'm gonna pull my elbow up, bring the weight to my hip pocket, and lower. If I'm standing, I'm in that lunge position again. Weight is here, pull that weight up to my hip pocket and lower. You ready? Let's begin. If I'm here in this standing position, my chest is facing the floor. Inhale as I lower that weight. Exhale as I pull it up to my hip. Nice. This is working our back muscles, which is why we pull that elbow high, pull that weight to our hip pocket and lower. 10 more seconds on this side. We switch in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. So if I'm here in this standing position, I'm just pulling that weight up to my hip pocket. For those of us seated, we're just hinged over, chest is towards our thigh. Pull that weight up and lower. Keeping the weight close to our body. Nice. All right, less than 10 seconds. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Okay. You got 2 options for this chest press. If you have your TheraBand, you can always do just a good old TheraBand push-up like so. But if you would like to do, maybe if you've got like a table in front of you or a wall, you can always do wall push-ups, countertop push-ups, both arms. If you want to work a little bit of single side, your other option is you're gonna have your 2 weights. You scooch on the edge of your chair and kind of lean back on the back of your chair. And you're gonna do single arm chest press for 30 seconds, single arm for the other 30 seconds, or you can do both. So kind of a couple of different options. We're working our chest. So you've got that TheraBand, wall or countertop push-ups, or leaning back with these chest press, which is what I'll do for this round. Next round, I'll do TheraBand. All right, we get started in about 5 seconds. If you're in your chair, lean it back. Core is engaged. We're gonna exhale and press that weight up to the sky. Inhale, bring it down. Good. Other option is both weights are in the sky, and I'm just letting my right arm come down and up as the left arm holds. If you're doing those countertop push-ups, you're gonna inhale as you bring your chest towards that wall or countertop. Exhale as you push away. Same thing with the TheraBand. Exhale as you push that TheraBand away. Inhale as it comes here. We are halfway. If you're doing single arm presses, we're switching. We're pressing these weights directly over our chest. Inhale down, exhale up. Nice job. Keep it up. This one can be a little bit more challenging just because it might strain your neck a little bit. So if you need to change it up, you totally can. Less than 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, rest. Okay. Our final one, alternating raises, L raises. So I'm just gonna go, one arm comes to the side, one arm comes forward. We're gonna lower and switch. I'm going without weights because my weights are 8 pounds and that's too heavy for me. So you figure out what you wanna do. You can have both weights in your hands. Ready? Let's go. So out to the side, one arm comes forward, one arm comes to the side, and we switch. Great for the body, great for the brain. Arms don't come up any higher than eye level. We don't want to hurt our shoulders. Good. When we go through these all one more time, we're going to know what we're doing. So you can kind of challenge yourself if you want. Give a couple of them a try standing if you want. Nice. Sometimes when we know what we're doing, then we can focus a little bit more on the exercise. Think about those arms. Think about those muscles. Right now we're working the tops of our shoulders, our core, maybe our balance if we're standing. 20 seconds to go. Nice. Lift and lower. We're controlling the weight up, controlling the weight down. Really focusing on that upper body. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake out those arms. Now you know what to do. We're back to that single arm curl. Grab your one weight, whether you do this seated or standing. Up to you. We're gonna start in about 5 seconds. So if I'm standing, I like to have shoulder width apart with my feet. Core is engaged, slight bend in my knees. Let's go. Back to that top with that single arm curl. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a hammer curl, and as I lift, I kind of rotate. Kind of a fun little way to get in a bicep curl, but you can always do hammer curl, wrist face way this way. You can also go wide, a lot of different options. But I kind of like adding this little rotation up at the top. Nice. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Just think, this is our last 30 seconds of bicep curls. You won't see these again. Keep up the good work. Nice. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale as you curl it up. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. I gotta turn on my fan. It's getting hot in here. All right, next set. We're doing that single arm press up to the sky. Again, if we've got an effective side, we can always just do both hands holding the weight and pressing up to the sky. So whichever feels good to you. We're here for 1 minute. Seated or standing. We start in 3, 2, 1. Nice. You know what to do. We've been here before. The reason why we do single arm stuff is because this weight is throwing off our balance. So we got to work our core. So I'm not like leaning over, really trying to stand up, sit up nice and tall. Keep going. This is good for our brain too. So then as soon as our body gets used to it, then we got to switch sides. Last one. Switch. Other side. Nice. All these moves have intention. We're working our shoulders. We're working our core. Nice. 10 seconds left. Stay strong. We got triceps next. I'm going to do the TheraBand one. So if you've got a TheraBand, you're welcome to join me. 3, 2, 1. Nice. If you don't have a TheraBand, you're going back to that kickback. But I'm going to do this TheraBand one. So grab your TheraBand. And now the shorter or the closer you have your hand up here, the more intense it's going to be. But I'm going to place that TheraBand onto my shoulder. My left hand's on my shoulder. My right arm is holding. Elbows tucked in nice and tight. And I'm just going to squeeze down and lower it back up. Good. Like a tricep pull down, essentially. There's a machine. If you ever go to a gym, it's called a cable machine. Essentially, this is what a tricep pull down looks like. Again, the higher you hold up here, the more intense it's going to be as you pull it straight down. Good. This is a fun way to work your triceps using a TheraBand. We switch sides. All right, so we're going to place right arm on our left shoulder and then grab up and pull down. Good. If you have like a mini loop, keep going. You can always do that mini loop, same idea, like so. Pull it down. So lots of different ways to work the tricep. Again, maybe we're kicking it straight back with that weight, either standing or seated. 5 seconds to go. We're gonna go into that row. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice. All right, for the row, if we're seated, forearms on our thigh, weights down by our side, pull that weight up to our hip pocket, elbow stays in nice and tight. If we're standing, you're gonna get into that lunge position. Core is engaged, back is flat. We row, begin. Lower, pull that weight up. Chest stays down towards the floor. Exhale as we pull it up, inhale as we come down. Nice. You got 10 more seconds on this side, and then we'll switch. You're doing awesome. 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Let's go for that row. Last 30 seconds with this row. Keep going. I'll join you all if you're seated. Again, my chest is kind of looking down towards my toes. Pull that weight up and lower. We might be noticing maybe one side is stronger than the other. This is why it's important for us to focus on single side too, so we can strengthen all those muscles. We start in 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. Working that chest, you can do those push-ups against your wall, your countertop. You can do that chest press from the seat, or you can join me and do these TheraBand chest presses. I love these just because I can really feel it in my chest. Again, the closer my hands are, the more intense it's gonna be. Let's go. So inhale as you pull that weight towards your chest, push yourself towards that wall. Exhale as you push away. Seated or standing here. Looking good. If the weight gets too heavy, you can always just do no weight at all. Still doing that move. Think about the muscles we're working, our chest muscles. Good. If you're doing that laying down chest press, you're halfway there. 30 seconds left if you're doing that single arm. Nice. For those of you on that wall, maybe we're pushing and pulling ourselves away from the wall. Such a great way to get those chest presses in. Working the chest. 10 seconds left. And I'm going to challenge you for this last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Shoulders are on fire. All right, here is your brain challenge for our last one. For the first 30 seconds, we're just going to come forward raise with both arms, lateral raise with both arms. And then for the last 30 seconds, we're gonna go forward, wide, L raise, L raise. Brain tease right now. Let's try it. So here we go. We're just gonna go forward raise, lateral raise. We'll start off easy. We're here for 30 seconds. Bring both arms to the side, both arms forward. Again, you can do this seated or standing. All right, here's where we're gonna challenge ourselves. So we're gonna go forward, to the side. Now we're gonna go L raise one side, lower, L raise the other side. We're gonna put that on repeat. So both arms forward, both arms to the side, and then that alternating L raise. Up, and the other one. Yeah, brain teaser. Working those shoulders, working our brain. Couple more sets here, and then we'll be finished. L raise, L raise. Last one here. Forward, side, L raise, and L raise. Boom. Upper body completed. Grab some water. We're moving on to lower body. So here we go. Woo! We're feeling good. We're feeling strong. Grab some water. I'm gonna reset my clock. Woo. Grab that water. Now we've got lower body stuff. So again, we can do any of this seated. We can do any of it standing, however you're feeling. If you want to work your balance, a lot of these exercises are going to be really great because it's going to be a lot of single leg stance stuff. But if that doesn't work for you, you can always do it fully seated. So, all right. If we are seated, we're going to be doing leg raises. So I'm going to extend my leg long, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. And I am lifting my toe and squeezing the quad. We're gonna be there for 30 seconds. Then we'll do the other side, 30 seconds. So my leg is long, like so, lifting as high as you can. Maybe it's just a tiny bit. You're gonna feel this in your quad. 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. For those of you who wanna do this standing, you can do sit to stance. Nice, big, tall stand and slow and controlled sit. So sit to stance, you're gonna do that for a minute, or you're doing that leg lift, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. And then I'll let you know what we're doing for the next round. So here we go. We're gonna get started in 10 seconds. If you're doing this seated, extend one leg long. And again, you lift that toe, squeezing in the quad. I like to hang on to my chair. Let's go. So you're either doing those sit to stands or this nice long leg lift. Good. This is a great option for seated, or you are here. Sit to stands. Another great option, if you just want to stand and shift your weight from side to side, that is an exercise too. Making sure we stay safe, hanging on to something. If you're doing those leg lifts, you switch the other side. Last 30 seconds. Let's go. Nice. This whole round, we're focusing on our lower body. So we're going to focus on our quads, our glutes, our hips, hamstrings, calves. Nice. Keep it up. You got 10 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. All right. Quick little pause. Next one is going to be a single leg knee raise. So if we're seated, a couple of options. You can lean back slightly in your chair and lift that knee up and down. Right side for 30 seconds, left side for 30 seconds. If you need assistance, you can always physically lift. Even if we're just moving that leg in that same right direction, that works too. For those of us standing, you can hang onto a wall, you can hang onto a chair, but essentially I'm going to hang onto that wall and I'll lift that right knee up and lower. I can also just like hold and do a static hold, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. You know what's safe for you, so you decide what feels good. If after a while your legs are tired, you can always do this seated, okay? So we'll get started in about 15 seconds. So kind of figure out which version feels good to you. Again, we're gonna do these all over one more time. So maybe try the balance. If that doesn't work, you can do it seated. Are we ready? Right side, holding, pulling the knee up, starts now. So nice little right knee raise. Maybe I hold, work a little bit of balance. That's fine too. If we're seated, we're driving that right knee up or physically lifting that knee up. If I can only lift my knee a couple of inches, that works too. You're working your core, you're working that lower body. We switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. So maybe you notice one leg does better at the balancing. Maybe it's a little bit more challenging. Hang on nice and tight to your chair if you need to do that as well. Okay? Keep it up. For those of us seated, maybe we're lifting that knee up. Maybe we're physically lifting the knee up. All of these options are great options. You're doing so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Moving on to leg extensions. If we're seated, we're gonna extend the toe up, bend at the knee, and come down. Nice little leg extensions, 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. If we're standing, this one's gonna be a little bit more challenging, but essentially I'm gonna kind of like do a little bit of a kick, like that. Right leg, 30, left leg, 30. You ready? Let's go. So if we're standing, we're squeezing in the quad, doing a little bit of a kick, bending at the knee, and kicking out. More challenging option is that knee is up, and I'm extending straight out. Much more challenging. Keep it up, or seated version, just as good. Lift the toe, squeeze in the quad. We switch sides in 3, 2, 1, other side. I noticed that just as soon as that 30 seconds hit, my leg is pretty tired, so I'm so thankful for that break. Nice. Nice leg extension. Lift the toes, squeeze in the quad, or you're doing these little kicks. Good, or that knee can be higher. My hamstrings are pretty tight, so it's hard to do that one. 3, 2, 1. Woo, quick rest. Okay, I'm gonna kind of show you a couple of options here. Quick pause on my thing. So if we're seated and you want a little bit of extra resistance, you can always throw a TheraBand around your legs, and you're gonna do squat tap to the right for 30 seconds. Then squat tap to the left for 30 seconds. You can also do good old clamshells for a full minute, okay? Great options for this seated version. Other option, I can physically lift that knee out to the side, okay? For those of us who wanna work a little bit of balance, you're gonna stand, slight bend in the knees. You can tap the foot to the side. You can lift the leg to the side. You can also step and shift weight. 30 seconds on the right, and then we'll go 30 seconds on the left. Lots of different options. You decide what feels good to you. You got about 15 seconds to figure it out. So let's see, which one am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna do standing, but again, you can do those clamshells, seated ones. I like the standing ones because they're a little challenging. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Right side first. So if I'm standing, I'm tapping the foot to the side. I can also shift my weight. Awesome option, because we're working the inner thigh, outer thigh, and glutes. Good. Plus I'm working this side too. It's doing a lot of stabilizing. Keep it up. You got 5 seconds left. Then we switch sides. Other side, let's go. You can also lift that leg if that feels good to you. Nice. Keep it up. I can always hang on to something in front of me. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, we're moving on to hamstring curls. So if we are standing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hang onto your chair, go against a wall, and you're gonna do like a butt kicker, pulling the right heel up to the booty for that standing option. 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. If we're seated, we're gonna tap that toe underneath our chair, or if you've got a rolly chair, you're gonna push and pull yourself forwards and backwards. You ready? Let's go. So if I'm seated, my legs are extended out really far in front, so I have to pull that toe underneath my chair. Working that hamstring. Good. You can also push and pull yourself if you have like a walker or a chair. That one feels really good in the hamstrings too. Keep it up. Work that hamstring. Other side. Begin. Dragging that toe underneath, or we pull the heel up. You can also lean against something, grab that heel up. Good. Work those hamstrings, the back of our leg, as you pull that heel up to the booty. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, last minute of work, calf raises. So if we're standing, again, we're hanging on something, going up onto the toes and then rocking back onto the heels. If we're seated, up onto the toes, rock back onto the heels. We're working our anterior tibialis, the front of our leg, the back of our leg, that calf. This is great for our walking. All right, let's go. Up onto those calves, rock back onto those heels. Good. We're here for 1 minute. Again, if you want to do this standing, you totally can. And then we're going to do these all. You got it. One more time. So good. Focusing on muscular endurance here. Lots of strength today. We're halfway there, 30 seconds to go. Keep it up. Nice job. This feels like a little bit of a break. Maybe for me, maybe not for you. Work those calves, work the front of that leg. This really helps us pull our toe up so we're not like tripping when we're walking. It's important to strengthen both sides of these muscles on the front and on the back side. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. All right, we're back to the top. Sit to stand or that straight leg raise. Again, legs extended long, heels on the ground, toes pointed up, and I lift and lower, or you're doing sit to stand. Whichever version feels good to you, we start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sit to stand. Now, if you're like, these sit to stands are so easy, a great way to make it more challenging is hold a weight. That's going to give you more resistance. You can hold one weight. You can hold 2 weights to your side. So a lot of really great options to make it challenging if you need an extra challenge. Again, if we're seated, lift that toe, leg stays long, switch sides. Last 30 seconds here. Good, keep it up. Finishing with these sit to stands. Nice, slow and controlled. Push through those heels. Squeeze in the quads. Squeeze in the glutes. Core is tight. Control yourself all the way up. Control yourself all the way down. That can be challenging because sometimes you just want to plop down, but that's where control is super important. Last one here. Stand it up, sit it down, and rest. Perfect. All right, knee raises. You want to do the balance work, lifting the knee, awesome. If you want to turn this more into a cardio, you can do alternating knee raises. You can do marches. So turn it into cardio if you want, or stick with the balance. Let's begin. So we can either be here, nice, slow and controlled with that knee raise, or I can do alternating and be here for 1 minute. I'm going to add in a little bit of cardio. Yeah. You can also march it out in that seated position, or you're sticking with this single leg balance. If you're focusing on a single side, let's go ahead and switch. Good. We got 30 seconds left. Good. I'm just adding in a little bit of a high knee march. Driving those arms if I can. For that seated option, you can lift that knee, march those knees. You got 10 seconds left. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! Rest. All right. We've got those single leg extensions. We can either do alternating. You can start with right side for 30 seconds, left side for 30 seconds, or you're doing that standing option. Kick, kick, alternate, or single leg. I'm giving you some choice today. You ready? Let's go. I like this seated leg extension. I feel like I can get a really focused squeeze in the quad. I can also tell my legs are starting to get pretty tired. So if you're feeling that, you can do the rest of the exercises from a seated position. Yeah. Other side, let's go. If you wanted to turn it into a little bit more of a cardio, you can always do a good little alternating. Good. Keep breathing, check in with your posture. Nice. Obviously, if you ever need a water break, please take it. Hydration is super important. 10 seconds left. Feeling the burn. I'm sure you are too. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Legs are feeling like jello. All right, here's your opportunity to turn this into a cardio move. You can go wide, wide, narrow, narrow with those feet. If we're standing, we can just do a side step. Or if you want to stick with that single side, you totally can. We got a minute of work. Decide which version you want. Let's go. So I can be here with this side step. I can also do wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Still working that inner thigh, outer thigh. You can also focus on that single side. Whichever version feels good for you. If you can add in arms and legs, just adds a little bit more to that move for you. Good. 30 seconds left. So maybe we're doing that single side. Maybe we're here. Maybe we're physically lifting. Or we're doing that wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Keep it up. We're almost finished. And we got those hamstring curls. Woo. Hang on to it. Last 10 seconds. Finish strong. Whichever version you're doing, stick with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Nice. All right. We got hamstring curls. Again, if you want to make it into a cardio move, you're just going to tap that toe quick underneath the chair. Maybe we just focus on one side again. Standing option. Do a little bit of a aerobics butt kicker or single side. You ready? Let's begin. So, great cardio option. Pull the heel up, alternating. Add in those arms if you can. But if we need to hang on to something, totally fine. Keep it up. Maybe we're pushing and pulling ourselves forward using a desk chair, a walker, a wheelchair. Lots of ways to get you moving. I always like to use the music as a beat, so if I can stick with a beat while I tap this toe, even better. More than halfway there. If you're focusing on that single side, time to switch. Nice. Come on, 15 seconds left. We're strong. We're moving. We're grooving. It's gonna give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, final one here with these calf raises. Again, up onto those toes. Rock back onto those heels. Seated or standing. We can even be against a wall. Lift up onto those toes and rock it back. All right, we start in 3, 2, 1, begin. Keep it up. Stay strong. You got 30 seconds to go. If you're getting tired standing, you can always sit it down. So good. We're gonna finish strong. And then we got a fun little core blaster. Left, and then we stretch it out and call it a day. So good. Can you give me 10 more seconds? Really lift up onto those toes. Rock back onto those heels. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom. You did it. Grab a swig of water. All right. Here's how it's going to work. 100 is the magic number. And this is what I mean by that. We've got 100 reps of core. We've got exercises up on the screen. We're going to do them together. They're all gonna be seated. Some of them are gonna require a weight if you've got one. If not, that's okay, you can do it without weight. So we've got starfish first. I love this move. We're gonna lean it down, touch those ankles or the shins. We're gonna lean it back into like a half sit up. Reach those arms wide like you're doing the YMCA, and then you're gonna exhale, crunch forward, touch those ankles. You wanna make it more spicy, legs and arms go wide, all right? We have 10 of those, and then we'll move on to our next one. All right, you ready? Sit up nice and tall. Let's hinge it forward. Lean it back. 1, 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch forward. 4. You got it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Nice. All right, next one is a weighted sit-up. So I'm gonna grab a weight, hold it to my chest, and I'm gonna lean back, touch those shoulder blades to the back of my chair, exhale, and then touch those elbows to my knees. Here we go. 1. Inhale back, exhale forward. 2, 3. Using this breath engages our core. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. All right, it's the holiday season. We gotta have some strong twisting motion as we pass food. So you're gonna sit up nice and tall, hold that weight close to your body, makes it easier. Further away makes it more challenging. So we're just gonna twist from right to left. Each one counts. We're getting to 20. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna make it more challenging. Lean back slightly. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Awesome job. Drop that weight. Moving on to sit up with a punch. Life is hard, so we're gonna take it out in a healthy way. So we're gonna lean back almost like we're doing that weighted sit up. And as we sit up, you're gonna punch it twice. And that's 1. We're going for 10. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway. 6, really punch and twist. 7, 8, 9, final 1, 10. Awesome. All right. 15 is not an even number, so we're gonna go for 16 bicycles. So a couple of options. If we're able to lift a knee, we're gonna go opposite elbow, opposite knee. You can also just touch your knee if that works for you. If lifting your legs doesn't work, you can either kind of twist your body or do that windmill like we did in our warm-up. Each one counts. We're going for 16. If you're ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, last one, 16. All right. Final one, we got penguins. Reach those arms to your side. Fingertips are pointing to the ground. Lean to the right, lean to the left. Each one counts. We're going to 30. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Work those obliques. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 10 to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom, we did it. 100 reps of core. We're gonna stretch it out and we're gonna call it a day. Nice job. Grab some water. I'm gonna change up my music. A little bit quieter, calm music. Okay. So proud of y'all. You had such a good workout. Feeling strong. As we stretch it out and kind of call it a day, check back in with your body and kind of check in with some of those things we checked in with at the beginning. So as we breathe in, reach those arms up to the sky, lengthen in the spine. Exhale. Reach behind your chair or clasp those hands behind your back. How's our fatigue? We might feel a little tired because that was an intense workout. But maybe our energy level's a little better. Maybe our mood's better. Maybe you're just able to step away from the chaos of life for a little bit. Exhale, round in the back, reach those arms forward like you're hugging a tree. Nice stretch in those shoulders. And as we stretch, I always want to be intentional about thanking our bodies of how they've moved for us today, how strong our arms, legs, hands, core have been. Big breath in and exhale and shake it out. Inhale to warrior one. So reach arms up to the sky, palms face each other. Lengthen in the spine. And then exhale, push those walls away, pulling those fingertips up to the sky. Nice stretch in the forearms. Breathe in. Bring one arm across your chest. Hug that arm to your chest. Rotate in the wrist. So glad you joined me today for a fun workout. Every workout with me is a little different. I do different formats. We do different exercises. Today, we didn't focus as much on cardio. Open up those arms, pull the fingertips up, push those walls away. Exhale, other arm comes across our body. But, you know, when we're doing sit to stands or anything that's really moving our blood a lot, or even reaching our arms up overhead, doing shoulder presses, you're still getting in some cardio. So keep that in mind. Full body workout today. Check. And we should be exercising at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So you totally were an overachiever today, which is so great. Exhale, shake out those arms. Let's do a spinal twist as we breathe in. Exhale, twist your shoulders to one wall. A couple nice big deep breaths in and out, getting oxygen back to all those muscles. Breathe in. Exhale, twist the other side. Big breath in. And exhale, come to the center. Let's stretch out this lower body. I know I need it. Pull that knee up towards your chest like we did in our warm-up, but this time we're gonna hold for a little bit longer. Again, rotating the ankle, point and flex the toe. That'll feel really good after all those calf raises. And as we breathe in, hug that knee up towards your chest. Exhale, lengthen that leg long, heels in the ground, toes pointed up. And I'm gonna reach. Maybe I touch my shin, maybe I touch my ankle, maybe I can grab my toe. Whatever feels good to you, getting in a nice stretch in that hamstring. Again, breathing nice, slow, and controlled breaths here. Let's grab underneath that knee, pull the knee up, placing the ankle on top of our thigh. So we're making like an L or a figure four. And then I'm bringing my chest towards that leg and getting a nice stretch of my glutes. Play around with the angles. Maybe you push down a little bit. If we have any like knee or hip surgeries, don't do anything that you shouldn't be doing. This is your opportunity to listen to your body, stretch what you need. Our bodies do a pretty good job of telling us, you know, what we need. I know that like when I get really stressed out, my body immediately tells me by pain in my legs or major fatigue. And that's just kind of its way of telling me like, whoa, you got to slow down. You got to calm down. Too much is going on in life. So our bodies do a good job of warning us of what's happening. All right, place that foot onto the floor. Let's do the other side. Pull the knee up. Tuck the knee up. Rotating the ankle, point and flex the toe. Good. Breathe in. Pulling the knee up. Exhale, lengthen that leg long, heels in the ground, toes pointed up, and reach. Slowing down our heart rate as we take nice big deep breaths in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. All right, let's pull that knee up, place the ankle on top of our thigh, hinge it forward. We'll definitely be taking care of yourselves. We should always be taking care of ourselves, but especially during this holiday season, holidays can be stressful. They can be emotional, depending on, what's happened in our lives this year. And so take care of yourselves. A great way of doing that is through exercise. Exercise is not only beneficial for us physically, but mentally and emotionally. This is a great way to channel any of those feelings, whether you do a boot camp style class like this, or you just do some yoga and some deep breathing, go on a gentle walk, get outside. All those things can really help manage all those things that we might be feeling. So glad that you joined me. Pull that knee up, place the foot on the floor. Last big breath in up to the sky. You have breath in your lungs, which means you have purpose today and you are stronger than MS. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. I'll see you back at another Keep Moving with Emily.